All right, guys, this is Greg Caesar again, and in this module, we're going to be talking about mindset marketing. For me, this is the most critical, most important piece of the whole process of driving traffic, and that's because if you get the mindset piece correctly, what's going to happen is you're going to find traffic, you're going to find keywords, you're going to find opportunities to market your products that no one on the planet, none of your competitors are thinking about. We showed you this on the webinar, so let's show you how do you get this piece correctly and what you need to do. So mindset is all about selling to the mind, not to the product. And the key is, here's a principle that I live by, right? People look for what they want. They have a conversation in their mind, they have a problem, and they go out and look for what they want. What you have to do is you have to give them what they want. So when you find these opportunities, you have to go out and give them what they want, and then you sell them what you want. Let me repeat that. Give them what they want and sell them what you want. Martial artists understand this principle very well. Martial artists doesn't try to block a punch. They try to divert that punch. They try to divert the energy. In other words, it takes too much energy to stop that punch, and it takes a whole lot less energy just to move the punch over. We'll give you examples of what I mean by that. Then we have the logical conclusion marketing. Now, here's what I mean by logical conclusion. If you buy A, then A leads to B, well, give away A, then you sell B, right? It's logical conclusion. It's the actual next step in the process. So give you an example. For the life of me, I do not understand why car dealers do not sell car insurance, because in the United States, it's illegal to drive without car insurance. Every single person leaving that car dealership needs to have insurance. Logical conclusion is, why not sell that? It doesn't make any sense to me why they don't. So a lot of times in the mindset, as I'm looking at the conversation, I'm always thinking of that logical conclusion. How do I set up logical conclusion that leads to me getting traffic? Now, two things that you want to master and become very, very good at. Number one is understanding the sales cycle. When you tie all of this together, you understand the consumer comes in with an issue and then they leave with a solution. You've got to become very good at understanding everything that happens in between that sales cycle. The other thing is you've got to become very good at hearing the conversation that goes on in their mind. When that person is looking for whatever it is you're trying to sell, you've got to be able to sit there and think, here's what they're asking themselves. Here's what they're saying. Here's the reasons they don't want to buy it. Here's the reasons they want to buy it. You've got to become good at getting inside of their mind and being part of that conversation. When you look at the whole mindset marketing piece, it all ties into helping you hear that conversation. And the thing is, once you get good at this, there's absolutely nothing that can stop you from selling anything on the internet. Now, let's talk about some mistakes that people make when it comes to trying to drive paid traffic. First of all, when it comes to search, that is people using Bing, Yahoo, Google, paid search, and even other forms of display ads as well, they group a bunch of unrelated keywords that point to one sales funnel. In other words, they have one website that's about weight loss. They've got one entry page that's about weight loss, and every piece of traffic that they have comes into that one landing page. The problem is traffic coming in from here and traffic coming in from here, they have two different needs. Why are you giving them the same sales message? Yes, it takes a little bit more work to create different sales messages depending on what they clicked, but it significantly increases your conversions. It'll make the difference between profitability or non-profitability for a keyword. Someone who types in fat burners should not get to a landing page that talks about flat abs. They typed in fat burners. You have to make your sales process about fat burners. So lots of unrelated keywords that they're trying to send that traffic to. An example is customer searches for Geico, but you take them to a web page that's about Prudential. See, this is an example of give them what they want, sell them what you want. You may be trying to sell Prudential, and that's okay, but you can't take them to a page that says Geico sucks. You have to Give them the information they're looking for. Hey, were you looking for Geico? Here's the information you needed. And by the way, did you know that Prudential is actually better than Geico? And here's the reasons why. So give them what they want, sell them what you want. That's the example I wanted to give you. So again, like I said, think like a martial artist. Do not try to block the punch. You try to divert that punch. Again, think of any market that you have. Don't go out and say, hey, this product sucks. It sucks, especially if that's what they were searching for. Give them the reasons why that product is good, and then give them the reasons why your product is better than what they were looking for. So in other words, you give them that aha moment, something that they didn't even think about. Let's talk about the 3 stages. And this is the sales cycle. So in that sales cycle, the consumer is going to go through about 3 stages. There's the beginning of the sales cycle, and that's where they go into Google and then they type in a very generic keyword. And that generic keyword is going to get a lot of searches. The problem is the conversions aren't going to be as good as what you want. Now, then you have the middle of the sales cycle. That's where their search tends to become a little bit more specific. They've educated themselves a little bit. They understand the market and understand what to search for a little bit better. So they go in and they search for a little bit more specific keywords. That's a great opportunity because some of these keywords still get tons of volume. But where the opportunity really lies is 99% of your competitors are not looking at these keywords, so they're very cheap for you to get. And then you've got the end of the sales cycle. That's where the consumer is searching for exactly what they are looking for. They've educated themselves. They know what they're looking for. They know everything about the product, and they go in. What they're looking for in this stage is, where do I get it and who do I get it from? You know they want a Nissan Sentra that's green. The question is, do I get it from this Nissan dealer or do I get it from this Nissan dealer? Who's going to give me the better opportunity? That's the example at the end. Now, your cost per click is a little bit higher at the end of the sales cycle, but the conversion is a whole lot better. You're not going to get as much competition because most people aren't thinking to this level as well, but you are going to pay a little bit higher. But even though it's higher, your conversions are 10 times better at the end of the sales cycle. So let's look at the beginning. Let's look at a market like weight loss. And what would someone who is at the beginning of the sales cycle, what are they going to type in? They're going to type in weight loss, right? They don't know what they're looking for, so they type in weight loss. So what you want to do at the beginning of the sales cycle is you want to teach them how to make a buying decision. You want to educate them, you want to tell them everything they need to know, and you want to help them make a buying decision. So some of the things they may type in is, what is weight loss? They may go and type in, what are different diets? So as you can see from those keywords, they have no idea really what they're looking for, what they want to spend money on. They're just at the beginning and they need to be prodded along and move down that sales cycle. So in this phase, education is the key. This is all about collecting their email address. This is all about asking them who you are. Let me give you a free gift in exchange for your email address, and let me take you down that next level. That is what is important at this level here. Again, you've got high volume in the keywords, but the conversions are going to be much lower. You'll make up the difference because of the volume, but just understand, you're gonna make up the difference because there is a whole lot more searches. So you may only be at a 0.5% to 1% conversion rate, but there's 1 million searches per month. There's a potential for 10,000 clicks to your website in some of these very high markets like this. Then you have the middle of the sales cycle, right? Here, the search is a little bit more specific. The consumer is saying, hey, I'm understanding a little bit better what I'm looking for. I kind of starting to educate myself. I'm starting to understand a little bit better. So my search is a little bit more targeted. Not really exact yet, but they are a little bit more targeted. So again, the consumer starts to educate themselves, and then they go back into Google or go back into a search engine and they start to search a little bit more specific. So your job at this point is to move them along. It's to move them from, hey, they're getting that education, to now it's time to get off that pot, take out your credit card, and it's time to buy. Let me help you do that. Now that you understand what you're looking for, let me show you what the best options are for you. So educate them a little bit more and move them along. So they go out and they do their searches, and some of the examples might be weight loss books, weight loss foods. Maybe they may even type in, hey, weight loss DVD. because they realize by this point, I want to get a DVD. I don't know what I want to get, but let me search for a weight loss DVD. They go in and they type in low calorie foods. They have no idea what low calorie foods are or examples of low calorie foods. So they need to find what are the low calorie foods that they can go out and get. Now that's someone who's in the weight loss market. They're proactive. They're taking action. So your goal is to move them along to where they end up spending money with you. Here's another good one, low impact exercises. Again, you may not know that an exercise equipment like the Total Gym is a low impact exercise, right? So if I own the Total Gym and I am selling the Total Gym, this is a keyword that I'm going to go after because they're looking for a low impact exercise, but they have no idea what the Total Gym is. So I'm going to move them along that sales cycle and say, hey, you're looking for low impact exercises. These are great. They're good on your joints. They're good if you have arthritis and helps you burn calories really fast. And if you're looking for a good piece of equipment, let me tell you about the Total Gym. Then you go into selling the Total Gym product. And here, what you want to do in this phase, when you're in the middle, it's all about creating the reports. It's the low impact exercise guide, right? So you create a guide that teaches them everything they need to know about low impact exercises. And in that guide, you're selling your product. Whether it's your product or an affiliate product, you're in there selling information, you're selling content, you're selling physical products inside some of the reports. Then you get to the end. Here at the end, the consumer is very, very specific in their search. They know what they want, they know when they want it, they know how much they want, and they just don't know where to get it. So they go into Google and they type in, where do I get X? How much is X? Order X online. Where do I get a Nikon D80? How much is a Nikon D80? Order Nikon D80 online. Someone who types into Google, order Nikon D80 online. Do you doubt what they are looking for? Absolutely not. They're looking to buy a Nikon D80 right now. So that's a great search that you want to be in front of. Now, again, as I said, it's more expensive on a CPC basis, which stands for cost per click, but the conversions are much higher. Someone who types in order Nikon D80 online and you sell Nikon D80 and they land on your webpage, it's not uncommon for you to get 10, even 15% conversion rate, especially if you've got a good offer as to why they should buy it from you versus your competitor. At this phase, the name of the game is, why do you buy it from me versus why you buy it from someone else? So your sales funnel here, remember what I talked about, the sales cycle and the sales funnel? And this key here, your sales funnel is all about creating an irresistible offer that says, buy it from me, don't buy it from them. If you buy it from me, I'm going to throw in some free batteries. If you buy it from me, I'm going to throw in the how to take digital pictures guide. Whatever it is, you are creating a sales funnel that gives them an irresistible offer why they buy it from you versus someone else. The other thing that you want to learn about this phase is they want it and they want it now. This is not the time to go out and try to create an autoresponder sequence with 56 emails in it because you're thinking you're going to get the conversions out 6 months from now. They want it and they want it now. So everything you do is scarcity. Get it now or else we're going to run out. We only have 5 in stock. It's all about getting it now. So when you create your sales funnel at this stage and these types of keywords, you've got to get them to take action now or you're going to lose them forever. Because what's going to happen is if you don't get them to buy on your website, they're going to click on somebody else's website and they're going to get it from them. Let's talk about lateral entry points. Okay, this is ways that you can get into a market. We've got lateral and we've got vertical entry points, and I'm going to help you understand both. This is where the gold is when it comes to keywords and tapping into a market that you want to sell a product in. So basically, lateral entry points are keywords that are on the same level as the main keyword. So let's say your main keyword, for example, is weight loss, lose weight. Well, what are some lateral entry points? What are some lateral keywords that you can type in or a consumer is typing into Google or any search engine, which lets you know they have the same need and want the same result? Okay, let me repeat that. It's a keyword that they type into Google, which says they have the same need and they have the same result as someone who types in the main keyword. The beauty about lateral entry points is your competition is not going to go deep and think about these lateral entry points. So let's look at fat loss, food journal, BMI calculator, increased metabolism. Think about these words, folks. Someone who types in fat loss, someone who's searching for a food journal, someone who's searching for a BMI calculator, someone who wants to increase metabolism. There's only one reason you want to increase your metabolism. There's only one reason you want a food journal, right? You want a food journal because you want to track everything you're eating so you can track your calories. Maybe a tool that's someone who searches for a calorie counter. There's only one reason to do that. You're looking to lose weight and you want to lose weight. They have the same need and they're looking for the same result. But the key is some of these keywords, when you go into Google from a competition standpoint, there's hardly anyone bidding on these keywords. Another example here is calorie counter. Let's talk about vertical entry points. So lateral entry points are on the same level as your main keyword. Vertical entry points are keywords showing the sale cycle. It's keywords that kind of show where they are at in the sales cycle. At the beginning of the sales cycle, they're typing in weight loss. In the middle of the sales cycle, they're going to type in glycemic index, right? They go into Google and they type in glycemic index. Why is that? Because you've got to be educated to understand and know to go out and search for the glycemic index. It's not something that everyone is going to go out and search for. The end of the sales cycle, they're typing in the Ally, they're typing in Join Nutrisystem, maybe they're typing in Jenny Craig's, or maybe they're typing in Weight Watcher locations. That's someone who's got a credit card in their hands, they're ready to buy right now, and they're saying, how do I get started? Another example of this might be if we look at the digital camera market. At the beginning, someone may type in digital camera. In the middle of the sales cycle, someone may type in megapixels. Think about someone who types in 14 megapixels, right? They don't know what kind of camera they want, but they know they want something that's 14 megapixels. And the thing is, from a competitive standpoint, none of your competition is bidding on that keyword. At the end of the sales cycle, they're typing in Nikon D80. They know exactly the Nikon D80 has got 10 megapixels. It's got this, it's got shutter speed, it's got lens this, it's got the other thing. They know exactly what they want at that point. So let's talk about building your list. So what you want to do is you want to create short reports to entice them to give you their contact information, especially when you're at the beginning and the middle of that sales cycle. You want to create short reports to entice them to give you their contact information. And by the way, folks, you don't have to write these reports. You can outsource them. You can use Fiverr. Go to fiverr.com. You can use Odesk, or you can use guru.com. You pay someone $20-30, have them create you a short report. In this report, you want to answer their most pressing question. You want to take the number one question that they have, and you want to say, download this report, and we're going to answer the number one question you have. That's what's going to get them to give you their name and email. The next thing you want to do is, once they opt into your mailing list, you want to send them the download via email. Do not give them the download link on the thank you page. You want to send it via email, because if they did not give you the right email address, they know they're not going to get that report. So you know you're going to get a valid email address. And the other thing that you want to do in your reports, this is how you sell, you want to put links to multiple products and offers in your report. So whatever you're selling, put the links inside of the report. Think about the person who's actually reading this report. Think of how many steps they went through. They went to your webpage, they opted in, they downloaded, they opened, they read. That is an action taker. That's someone you want to make sure that you put those links in front of. Then from there, the last step of the process is you want to set up your autoresponder sequence so that you can communicate with them over and over and over. So if they didn't buy right now, you can send them multiple emails to then get them to buy. The next thing I like is something called cause and effect, right? What happens before and what happens after, right? When someone has an idea that they want your product, what happens before they want your product? What happens after? Now, it can be what happens after they bought someone else's product. So maybe your product is the after. So when you identify the cause and effect, you find huge opportunities. So another question I like to ask myself is, what causes a prospect to become a prospect? What causes someone who needs my product to go out and need that product? Let's say I sell bandages. Did you break your foot? Did you step on some glass? What is the cause? See, a lot of times people focus so much on the product, they forget the why. And when you understand the why, you get to understand how you can sell additional products or services that you have. So understanding this will lead to huge opportunities in being able to sell additional products. So let's look at an example here. Let's say life insurance. You're in the life insurance business. What are some examples of cause and effect? What would be a reason that would cause you to need life insurance? New job, right? Maybe before you had a job that was paying you $50,000 a year. Your life insurance covered the ability to replace your, in case something happens to you, it would replace 3 years of your income in case something happens to you. So your family would be set for 3 years. Well, what if now you've got a new job and you're making $100,000 a year instead of $50,000? That means you need a new life insurance policy, or you need to increase your life insurance policy. How about new baby? Life insurance is not for you, it's for the ones you leave behind. Well, if you just had a new child, then guess what? You need additional coverage. Maybe you just had a third child. Maybe you need to, again, increase your policy because of that reasoning. Maybe you just bought a new house. So before, you were living in an apartment and you had a policy that was for $100,000 to cover yourself in case something happens to you, your wife would be set. Well, what if you just bought a house that's $500,000? Well, that little policy for $100,000 does not cover you paying off your house, so you need a new policy. How about you were single, but you just got married now? Now you need to go out and get a better life insurance policy. Now, when you look at this, what does this say in terms of opportunities, folks? See, if you thought about insurance like most people thought about life insurance, you're thinking, I'm selling life insurance. Now you're saying, I should advertise on the new job boards. I should advertise wherever people are selling baby products. I should advertise where real estate agents advertise. I should advertise on municipal websites that give out marriage licenses. Do you see how now, just by thinking out of the box, thinking of the mindset, I just found from one basic mundane product, I just found 5 places that I can advertise that my competitors, without the shadow of a doubt, will not be there. That's why mindset marketing is extremely important. If we're looking at weight loss, for example, maybe it's prom, class reunion. How about summertime is coming up and you want to be able to wear a bikini? Maybe you just got engaged. Wouldn't a website like The Knot or any other website that has to do with buying wedding dresses and anything to do with the marriage process, wouldn't that be a fantastic place to run a weight loss offer? We know that 90% of the women who are getting married, whether they're significantly overweight, maybe 5 pounds overweight, or maybe not even overweight, they all want to do one thing, and that is look fantastic on their wedding day, and they will want to lose weight to be able to do that. How about divorced? You just got divorced, you're newly single. What would you want to do? Would you want to go out into the dating scene and feeling, hey, I'm just not looking as good as I would like to look? Or would you want to learn how to lose weight to re-enter the dating market? That's another example of I can run a weight loss offer ad on a divorce website, or a website that has divorced content. How about a baby? If you just had a baby, we know the average woman is going to gain anywhere from 10 to 50 pounds during that pregnancy. And what do most women want to do right after they have that baby? It's they get back to the pre-baby body. Folks, that's a great place to run an ad. It's on these baby type websites. How about vacation? Now, I know this one all too well. I just recently came from a cruise, and right before I went on the cruise for about 2 months, I was dieting and exercising and making sure I got fit. So when I went on the cruise, that I was able to eat what I want, because there's a lot of food everywhere, and not be significantly overweight by the time I came back from the cruise. So what was I doing? Looking up information on weight loss so that I can get in shape for vacation. So now let me ask you, where would you promote a weight loss offer? Is a vacation website a good place to promote a vacation offer? Are vacation keywords great places to promote weight loss offers? Absolutely they are, because we know those people are gonna want that product. That's what we call cause and effect. Let's look at special events, right? You've got special events, you've got trade shows. I mean, think about that, for example. If there is a trade show, is there an opportunity for you to go out and sell products or advertise on some of those keywords? Absolutely. If I am selling products to car dealers and there's the car dealer trade show, something going on, and I know car dealers go to this, that's a keyword I want to be in front of, because I know car dealers are searching for that. So the Atlanta trade show actually should be the Atlanta boat show. Think about if you sell boat insurance. Where would you want to advertise? Do you want to advertise on the keyword boat insurance? There's a lot of competition. But how about if you advertise on Atlanta Boat Show, right? What do we know about everyone searching the Atlanta Boat Show? They want boat insurance. How about Affiliate Summit? If you want to sell affiliate marketing products to affiliates, right? Where would you target? Affiliate marketing is a very competitive keyword, but think about everyone who wants to go to Affiliate Summit. They're going to Google, they're searching Affiliate Summit. What do we know about every single one of those folks? They are affiliate marketers. So let's show you some example here. Affiliate Summit gets 2,400 searches per month. Look at the competition, folks. It's low. No one's bidding on that keyword. Here's the Atlanta Boat Show. There's 1,900 searches per month for this keyword. Look at the competition, folks. It's low. No one is bidding on that keyword. So what does that mean? Just by thinking out of the box, you're able to get into a market that is very good keywords, very good customers that you want to be in front of, yet no one is thinking about them. So let's go in and tie it all together. You go in and you identify food journal as an entry point, right? That's your entry point for the keyword. You're going to give away a free food journal, right? What's that going to do? It's going to give you the reasoning why they're going to give you their name and email address. You're going to ask them to opt into your mailing list. Then you're going to make them other offers for other weight loss products that you can make money, whether it's your own product or whether it's someone else's product. You're going to give them reasoning to go ahead and do that. So let's keep on going here. So let's talk about words that mean the same thing. So think about it's kind of the lateral entry point, right? Let's look at ab exercises, abdominal exercises, stomach exercises, belly exercises, love handles, and abs. All those words are saying the exact same thing. Some people say love handles, some people say belly exercises. Some people say stomach exercises, other people say abdominal exercises. So all of those are saying the same exact thing. So you have to look for words in your marketplace that say the same thing, but it's said differently. So here are the questions that help me when it comes to mindset marketing and finding opportunities. And you guys will all know this because you've probably learned these questions through grade school, but here we go. First of all is who. I start with who am I targeting? Who are they doing business with? And I'll actually take out a sheet of paper and I will actually write answers to these questions down. So who am I targeting? If it's a weight loss product, I'm looking for people who most likely are looking to lose weight. They care about their appearance. And then I'll ask myself, what else are these people doing? Right? So if they care about their appearance, because I want to sell to people who not only have money, but they care about their appearance. So what else is someone who cares about their appearance? What else could they be doing? Well, they're probably buying makeup. They're probably buying clothes. They're traveling. They're going on vacation. They might be speaking and presenting at different events. So I start to get an idea of, what other things they're doing, but also what other products are they purchasing? So to give you an example, when I first started my consulting business, this was one of my questions. Who I wanted to target, I wanted to target business people who have the money and can afford to hire me. The second question was, what else are they doing? I said, so people who have money, what else are they doing right now? And I said they're spending money on other things. Then the second piece of the question was, what else are these people spending money on? And I've identified several. One of them is working with small or large IT companies. I mean, think about this for a second. If you're spending money on an IT network in your office or location, that means you've got money. And if you ask your IT person, do you know anyone who can help me with internet marketing or web design or that case, I already know you are the right prospect for me. And all I can tell you is I got more business from those guys than you can imagine with. But it started with a simple question, who? And then what else are they doing? Where are they currently getting solutions to their current problems from now? Where are they getting these solutions? The answer to those tells me different brands that I can bid on from a traffic perspective, and also different brands that I can piggyback and use their brand to get sales for myself. The next piece is why. This whole presentation is about the why and understanding why people buy things. So I have to understand why they're looking for a particular solution. For example, why do people buy a website? You don't buy a website because you need a website. You buy it because you want to increase sales. Now that totally changes the game in terms of where I market and how I market. I'm not advertising to sell websites. I'm advertising to increase your sales. And then when? This is a very important piece of the puzzle. When do they need that solution? Do they need it now? Does the keyword they type in tell me they need it now or they need it later? If they need it now, we go directly for the sale. If they need it later, we go more into a long sales funnel. Okay, so depending on when they need it, it will change how I sell to them. And no marketer, very few ever ask that question of when do they need it. So what did you learn today? First of all, you've learned how to identify your entry points with keywords. And those are the ones that will get you into a market, whether it's an existing market or a new market. Then you've learned to give them what they want and sell them what you want. And we do that through using reports and sales cycle marketing. You've learned to create a sales funnel for each word group or a keyword group that you work with. And that's based on where they are in that sales cycle. So your funnels will match whatever the keyword groups are. And then you've learned to rinse and repeat. Once you've done the first one, you go on to the next group, you go on to the next group. And then what happens is, as we get into creating your campaigns, you'll see what I mean more, but that's when you'll have campaign after campaign after campaign, and they're successful for several reasons, because using what I'm teaching you, not only are you getting amazing traffic, but you're getting it at a fraction of the cost compared to what everyone else is paying. So we will see you on the next training. This is Greg Caesar, and we're going to get more into building out your campaigns.